screamed and I just started throwing elbows.
A frightening encounter in a shopping center parking lot. A woman tells us someone tried to kidnap her.
Fewer people will be allowed to visit patients at UK healthcare hospitals. What sparked the temporary restrictions?
Overdose deaths have continued to climb despite the city's heroin task force.
Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT News at 6.
Good evening to you. Thanks for being here with us. What started as a routine trip to the grocery store took a frightening turn for a Central Kentucky mother. She says a man tried to kidnap her in a busy parking lot.
It happened over the weekend at Brannon Crossing in Jessamine County. The woman, who's married to a Lexington police officer, fought back. And tonight, she's sharing her story with us. Kristen Kennedy has our top story at 6.
Lori Jones had just walked out of this Kroger early Sunday evening, put her groceries in her trunk, and was opening her driver's side door when she felt a hand push her down.
Tried to turn to look and he pushed my head into my console. And when I turned to look, I saw just a brief second hood, and I realized this was not someone I knew.
Jones fought back.
And I screamed and I just started throwing elbows. And that's how I got out. I just remember hitting something with my elbows, and he ran off, and I jumped in my car and slammed the door and locked real quick.
Nicholasville officers told us the surveillance video from this Kroger did not capture the incident or the man, and they're now checking with surrounding businesses to see if anyone else has footage.
Always be aware of your surroundings and be as loud as you can, honk your horn, do whatever you can. I mean, but other than that, give up your purse, give up your keys, let them take whatever he wants to if they come up. Just try not to go with them.
The attack caught Jones off guard. She's sharing her story so other women may know how to protect themselves, so this doesn't happen to another mother.
I wasn't going to go without a fight. I mean, take my car, but, you know, don't take me. I mean, the first thing I thought about was my family and my little girl, so I'm not going down without a fight.
In Jessamine County, Kristen Kennedy, WKYT.
Nicholasville police are stepping up patrols throughout Brannon Crossing tonight. Jones believes the man left in a white passenger car with an old drooping back bumper.
Tonight, we are learning more about a deadly home invasion in Harrison County. Police say the homeowner killed one of the intruders. The homeowner told us 2 masked men attacked him early this morning at his home on Monroe Lane near Cynthiana. He says he then grabbed a gun and fought back. As Sean Moody tells us, the homeowner told us he feared for his life.
What happened early Monday morning out here along Monroe Lane will change a lot of people's lives.
I just couldn't believe it was happening.
Bill Jolly never thought he'd be attacked in his own home and have to shoot and kill someone.
It was either them or me, and I wanted to make sure that I got to wake up tomorrow.
And Mark Gross never expected he'd get a call saying his son had been shot and killed.
I'm lost for words.
State police say Raven Edwards asked Jolly if she could come to his house early this morning. They say her boyfriend, Marcus Gross, and another man, Larry Nolan, went with her. They say she first went inside alone, then went back outside, returning with Gross and Nolan. Police said the 2 men attacked Jolly. He says in the struggle, he was able to get a gun from his nightstand.
One guy had me in a bear hug, and the other one was charging me, and I was able to swing around with the guy that was on me and shoot the other one.
Police say Gross was hit. They say Nolan drove Gross to Harrison Memorial Hospital, then ran off, abandoning his car. Gross died at the hospital. Police arrested Edwards, charging her with burglary and robbery. Mark Gross says his son has made mistakes, but he says he's good at his core.
Marcus, you know, I mean, he's my heart. He's my pride and joy.
He says he understands why Jolly did what he did.
A man does have a right to protect his home. He really does.
Jolly says he's still in shock over the whole thing, and he's planning to stay away from his house for a little while.
I didn't wake up this morning meaning to shoot anybody. I woke up and did my thing and was with my friends and came home. I didn't ask for any of this.
In Harrison County, Sean Moody, WKYT.
According to our news partners at the Lexington Herald-Leader, Nolan was arrested late this afternoon and taken to the Bourbon County Detention Center. Tonight, Lexington police need your help finding two men in connection to a shooting. Police released some surveillance pictures of the suspects. Police think they're driving a white car. Police say a man was shot this morning near East 6th and Pemberton Streets. They say he was taken to UK hospital with possible life-threatening injuries. People who live nearby say they are tired of the violence.
It's not just here. I've lived on East End for 17 years now, going on 18 actually. And I gotta say, this is the most gun violence I've seen here.
Lexington police say they aren't sure what led to the shooting.
Just in time for Christmas travel, a big storm system is moving toward Kentucky, and it could bring a little bit of everything. Chief Meteorologist Chris Bailey has an early look at the forecast, and Chris, the first change is rain.
Yeah, we're going to see a lot of rain coming our way over the initial 48-hour stretch leading into Christmas. Then the potential for at least a few snowflakes to be flying around Christmas Eve into Christmas morning. Getting busy on Live First Alert Defender late this afternoon into the early evening as Defender is tracking some scattered showers out there. Certainly not a lot of heavy rain. Showers, the name of the weather game over the next few hours. Here's Defender across the Lexington Metro. Little spotty sprinkle action from Lexington, Winchester down into Richmond. Steadier rains from Richmond, Berea over into Estill County, and then points to the south of 52. We get into parts of McKee, Jackson County, London, over into Manchester, Clay County. We've been seeing those raindrops coming at us fairly quickly from southwest to northeast, and we're going to see more of those developing as the evening wears on. I wouldn't even be surprised if we don't hear a rumble of thunder at some point over the next 24 to 36 hours with a crazy setup, a very busy setup here in the days leading up to Christmas. One storm across the Plain States. The second storm is going to be the bigger of the two as it works toward the south and makes its way right on top of Kentucky. We will track that big storm system across the Bluegrass State, show you what it brings with it as we break down your Christmas travel forecast in just a matter of minutes.
Thank you, Chris. The flu is now considered to be widespread in Kentucky. Tonight, health departments around the state are reporting even more flu cases.
Fayette County Health Department officials say there are now 18 confirmed flu cases in Lexington. That is compared to just 4 this time last year. With the flu becoming a bigger problem in Kentucky, UK Healthcare now has some new restrictions for visitors at its hospitals. Sam Smith has the health alert.
Changes for visitors at UK healthcare hospitals are now active, and it's all because of the flu. Visitors under the age of 12 and visitors with any flu symptoms are not allowed, and only 2 people can visit a patient at a time, and those visitors may be asked to wear masks, but there are exceptions.
As always, if there's compassionate care that we need to attend to, we will make another temporary measure to assure that the loved ones get to visit their sick family members.
Doctors say the most important temporary restriction is the age limit.
School-age children are the most likely to become infected with the flu or other respiratory illnesses, so restricting them from visiting seems to help.
Hospital officials also want people to know that it is not too late to get a flu shot.
I urge anyone who has not yet been vaccinated against influenza to go out and do so at this time.
Doctors say flu season came early this year. It's why these limits are needed, to keep everyone safe.
You know, flu season kind of hit more a little bit more abruptly. There seemed to be over last week a larger spike in the number of cases.
In Lexington, Sam Smith, WKYT.
And doctors want people to remember to wash their hands and to properly cover their mouths when coughing or sneezing. We now know who will be Lexington's next police chief. City leaders announced today they chose Mark Barnard to lead the Lexington Division of Police. He's currently assistant chief of the Bureau of Investigations. He is a 28-year veteran of the Lexington Police.
We sacrifice a lot, and it's emotional because I know how much they want to serve this community. And to be representative of the body and soul of these people that sacrifice every day is overwhelming at times, but they deserve the gratitude that they get.
Barnard's first day as Lexington Police Chief will be January 12th. He'll take over for current Chief Ronnie Baston, who will become Lexington's Public Safety Commissioner.
More than a year ago, Lexington City leaders formed a task force to fight the growing heroin problem. They also hoped it would help save lives. But since then, heroin deaths in Lexington have continued to rise. Investigative reporter Miranda Combs sat down with the Fayette County coroner to talk about the ongoing battle against heroin.
This year, we traveled with EMTs charged with administering Narcan, a drug used to save people from a heroin overdose.
We have about 2 a day. We give about roughly 2 doses.
We met a man from an upscale Lexington neighborhood recovering from a heroin addiction.
It just got really bad really fast. I started using every day. I had probably $100 to $150 a day habit.
And checked in at a rural Kentucky hospital dealing with heroin daily.
We have had more heroin overdose here than in my memory of any type of drug overdose.
And we met with Fayette County Coroner Gary Ginn in May.
We did not see heroin until 2007.
At that time, there were 17 confirmed heroin overdoses.
People are still dying of heroin.
We sat back down with Ginn 7 months later.
We're a little more than half of our drug overdoses are of heroin.
Right now, there are 49 heroin deaths for 2014. There were 44 in 2013.
We're still in an incline instead of decline.
Ginn is part of Fayette County's Heroin Task Force, tasked with making sure resources and information are available to, in turn, stop the incline.
There has been a lot of money that's been put into it. There's been a lot of time and a lot of effort as well.
Ginn says results will take time.
It's definitely an uphill battle.
He says people who used to abuse prescription pills are turning to heroin, a cheaper, more available option these days.
It's just sad.
And the problem with that, Ginn says, is heroin's strength is hidden in the drug and therefore even more dangerous.
We find people that still have needles in their arms. We find where people have the needle maybe laying in their lap or on the floor, and where they've died just suddenly because it's hit them that fast.
Ginn says the trends have not changed from earlier in the year. Ages of overdoses he sees still range from teens to 60-year-olds and from inner city to the suburbs.
Eventually, the statistics show that if you are on heroin and you become addicted, that you will die of a heroin overdose, and we're seeing that.
In Lexington, Miranda Combs, WKYT.
We checked in with the Center College student we spoke to back in May. He tells us he's still sober and plans to graduate in January.
A plea for help tonight from the Salvation Army. The Red Kettle campaign is still far behind its goal with just days to go.
And then Governor Steve Beshear says a delay in a major bridge replacement project could end up costing Kentucky taxpayers a lot of money. With time running out, the Salvation Army in Lexington needs your help to meet its goal for the Red Kettle campaign.
The Salvation Army wants to raise $550,000, but officials told us so far they've only raised $360,000. You can make donations at those red kettles through Wednesday, but you can continue donating online through New Year's Eve. The Salvation Army thinks the weather, a later Thanksgiving, and fewer volunteers have all led to a decrease in donations.
We appreciate you giving. Give generously when you see a kettle. Give to the online kettle if that's your preferred way of giving. But no matter how you give, please know that you really are helping to change lives of people in our community.
And you can also donate to the Red Kettle campaign when you donate blood at the Kentucky Blood Center. If you decline the T-shirt that you would normally receive when you donate blood, the Kentucky Blood Center will make a donation to the Salvation Army.
Governor Steve Beshear says the longer it takes to replace a bridge between Covington and Cincinnati, the more it will cost taxpayers. Leaders of both Kentucky and Ohio have been looking for ways to replace the aging Brent Spence Bridge, which carries Interstates 71 and 75 over the Ohio River. Governor Beshear says it will cost taxpayers $7 million every month lawmakers don't take action to replace the bridge. A debate over whether to use tolls on the new bridge has caused the project to stall.